You know, cooking pork is always a little scary. And like I don't do it enough to really know it well. So it's always like a little just like, ooh, is it done? I don't know. It's supposed to be white, but then you cut up into it. And it's just a little red some places and you're just like, oh no. Sorry, I'm super what the fuck me, dude. Apollo, stop attacking the fucking window, big dog. Okay, let's hit this shit. Come on. Okay. There's fucking chests. How do I unlock the chests? One L. What the fuck is one L? Oh, okay. Hold on. Cool. I think I'm gonna go here, just because the cooldown stopped. Let's go here then. You know, I really would love to know what's in those fucking chests. What the fuck? Yeah. Oh, that's great. back corner. If I knew it was 3, I wouldn't have started the fucking auto shelf. Oh, sorry. I tried to mute, but I did not make it in time. Ugh, apologies. What the fuck? Let my hair get caught under my fucking arm. What is this, 5? History and explanation of the history of world exploration and the discovery of lost continents, volume 2. You think about it? Imagine how fucking like much information is in all of these fucking books, like essentially, because like textbooks would be like, oh, it's like this information, then about this or like that. I'd say these are more closely related to like real life study books, where it's just like a shit ton of information all listed together. You know, like the Sword Polisher's Guide, right? A lot of textbooks will like have problems for you then, not just like they aren't just straight explaining this is a tangent one. 2p. Like a lot of textbooks will have like information in them, but then it was like, oh, here's a trouble. Like here's a problem. Oh, right here. Oh, fuck it, 4. That corner. Load me up. What's up? Oh, there we go, tab. Oh, 2 points. Pretty good. Pretty good. I think I just keep going auto shelf because that's really helpful here. Then I think I'm gonna go self-guide next. So many fucking books, holy shit. I'm not even like a quarter of the way done, dude. Fuck. Yeah, I think I actually might do. Yeah, with how tight those, or how long those stay on. What is this, healing? It is honestly kind of long, but 1K. It is fun. I say it's kind of long because you're doing a lot of the same thing repeatedly, and you just get upgrades to make the loop of it shorter. Like I played for 2 hours yesterday, and I'm like, again, not even at halfway. Oh, so 10's the max, cool. It is fun, it's enjoyable. It's a nice little calm game. Oh, right next to it. Stack these up. I'm gonna have to sort them. I'm going to do it by hand. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? Oh, literally right above the door. God, there's so many fucking, like, this is like super cool, but it's also like what? I think I might just go do that then. Get all these books off the shelves so I don't gotta worry about it. Come on. Almost. Oh, just barely missed it. I only have 3 limes. Okay, let's toss them on top. That corner, grab them all. Ooh. Chimera synthesis. I'm really curious where the fuck these keys are. Must be keys for these fucking chests. I don't know where they're at. Across the way. There we go. Ooh, I never noticed the fucking what the fuck is it called? That's not an astrolabe. Is that an astrolabe? Googling that shit. Yes. Technically. A magical one, but it fits the definition. Right above. Get in the shelf. Back corner. Accumulated books. Where the fuck is archery? To be. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come the fuck. There we go. Oh, crud. Across the way. Toss him in. Level up. Second to last shelf. I wonder if I get anything when I hit 100. Nope. I've made like no fucking just do this for now. Let's start here. Take all the books off the shelf because that gets in the way of me trying to put on the shelves. That one is all the way down. Oh my goodness. What the fuck? Oh, here we go. Seal fuckers. Oh. Toss them in. That corner. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck this one could be. My ability to accidentally press fucking R when I mean for E. I got a point, let's level that up. Every time I fucking let's turn that shit off actually. Every time I fucking pick up a stack of books, I get a not I get a, but the how the fuck am I blanking on simple words right now? Holy crud. there's like movement over on my second monitor. So I look over thinking, oh, there's a chat. Then I realize there's not, and I have to look back. It's every fucking time. It's like this, and there's one thing, and all of a sudden, ooh, there's a fuck ton. So many fucking books are full of shit, dude. Okay. 1N. Just in time. That's not the button I wanted. This is the button I wanted. Oh, it's just right here. Sneaky beanie, me. Let's get rid of whatever this fucking crud is. Level up. Maximum. Got a nice handcrafted watermelon berry kombucha. It's very tasty. It leaves your mouth a little dry though. It is also very... What the fuck? Where am I? Oh, very light. Like, it's not one watermelon berries aren't super flavorful, and neither is this, but it's still just like kind of nice, you know. But you don't always want every one of your drinks to like be Mountain Dew, where it's just like bursting with flavor. It's nice and gentle. Okay, so I've been thinking about smoking a pipe for a while. What the fuck? What just happened? Okay, that was odd. Sometimes the magic doesn't work perfectly, but also I'm kind of like okay with that. Just because, like, it's like in some games where you can kind of have your magical haywire or not quite work. I think it makes it a little bit more interesting than just like a 100% thing, because it ends up making it more closely tied to like a technique that you're doing and not just like pushing a button. Like, we all have phones and phones are phenomenal, but we've all like had a phone like hit the unlock button, not unlocked, and had the like fuck moment, you know? And to say something as crazy as magic isn't able to have like a similar thing, I think would be strange. I just gotta evaporate literally everything else. Where the flap? But like, from what I could find, there's like not a whole lot of research into the difference in it's not in receiving carcinogenics, it's like the cancer risk as opposed from cigarettes as opposed to like pipes and cigars. There's one study in Sweden and they were like, yeah, we think, oop, bad sneeze. And they're essentially like, yeah, we think, you know? Well, again, like, there was one study. But a lot of people who do it will attest to, like, it is significantly less addicting, at least, just because you don't inhale. Not inhale. Well, I mean, technically you don't inhale. But you don't absorb as much nicotine as cigarettes. So there's some debate there. But the people I've talked to who do it like once or twice a month, mainly one person I know who's done it worse than once a month, is like, yeah, it's not very addicting. But I also don't know if he factored into like how often he smokes cigars when he was like figuring out, oh, it's not gonna last, is it? Nope. How often does it? Because if he adds cigars, it's, you know, the number is the exact same. He consumes nicotine a couple times a month. Mother flipper. But if he didn't include his cigar usage in that, which I know is higher than his pipe usage, because I've seen him smoke or like buy a cigar, and by cigar I mean he fucking smokes Swisher Sweets sometimes, which is just crazy to me that this, like, he's like, I don't know, we don't have that much money, you know, I should have betted with my siblings. Like, yeah, you also had a personal runway for your parents' plane, like, oh. It's a fucking programming book, that's hilarious. He's just like his dad owns like one of like the largest I don't want to say hospital, because that gives people the idea of like, you know, like a large, like we're gonna do surgery and have patients overnight. It's like a local like little hospital, essentially, just like, you know, a couple of rooms, doctor's office. That's a more accurate description. Like, you know, it's like the biggest one in our little town. There's like 4 or 5. Just because there's so many people who live in like quote unquote towns. Even though they're not really towns, like they like kind of have like a township, but like they have like a grocery store. You know. They have a grocery store and like an elementary school. And people are like, this is a town. I'm like, this is a fucking settlement at best. There's a lot of hospitals in the town. Well, doctor's offices. But anyways, but they're like an old school family where like his dad'll like get a little shot of whiskey and he'll sip on it and they'll like play billiards. I've never called that shit billiards. I guess it's because I'm talking about like fancy folk, technically, even though he is my buddy. Ooh, back right here. Nice. Here we go. And just the fact that dude smokes Swisher Sweets is hilarious to me. Oh, there it is. Also, not to be rude, but it seems like, at least in my area, everyone who rides a motorcycle now isn't like, oh, I'm a big tough guy, I ride a motorcycle, you know, I'm cool. It's like the guys who were like, I don't want to be rude, but kind of like losers in high school. Like they didn't, like they were just the weird fucks. Who were just like still like are kind of like odd ducks, just like by the way they sit, you're just like he has the exact same mannerisms as he did. Cool. It's a little tart. Even when I was like in high school. Well, I guess that makes sense. But while I was in high school, it was the cool kids who like were going to have motorcycles or do that kind of thing, because now those kids are like older and they're like, oh, I can do this cool thing, I'm gonna do the cool thing, you know. Even though it's, I don't know, I guess that kind of makes sense, is that like, even when I was in high school it was the cool thing, and now like a lot of the kids who like, I feel like more aptly described like, would like to be cool, are now doing the cool thing. But since they're doing the cool thing, it's no longer like the cool thing. So I thought that was interesting, because like, my buddy, he does ride motorcycles, you know, but also he went through a pretty crazy divorce, so like, wanting to like, hold the fuck up. Where's this shit go? Oh, literally behind me. let me fuck that one. There we go. Oh my gosh, that's good. Actually, fucking got me a little bit. It's coming right for me. I thought that was interesting. I noticed I today when I was getting ice cream. I live in such an odd place that like the hip thing to do is like we got a couple breweries, we got a little bazaar that we have once a week, and then it's like go get ice cream at the local ice cream shop. Like it's the fucking 20s. But yeah, so back to my original point about pipes. I feel like it's like a nice thing to do. Like I don't really have like a calming activity. Like everyone's got like, you know, oh man, I'm stressed. I'm going to do whatever. I'm gonna, you know, do this thing. This music reminds me of Myst. Yeah, I would play Myst, but that game is an actual nightmare. Right above. Okay. I thought it'd be nice, you know. I think it is straight by like I think it is cool. I've only enough thought about smoking cigarettes a lot, but like I think the smell is significantly worse than anything. And the cigarettes I would like to smoke would be lower nicotine. Which, I know I'm a weeb, but those are typically Japanese. Oh, hi buddy, yeah, hi cat. You're a cat, yeah I got your tail, you're a cat. I feel like Japanese cigarettes are typically a lot lower in nicotine. Well, American cigarettes are like, hey, heard you like nicotine, motherfucker. Yeah, your tail is very soft. Thank you for rubbing it against me while you're doing a little kitty girl, a little trying to get my attention. Buddy, I'm doing something. Whatever. So I thought like, oh, it could be nice, you know, this little thing. My main thing is that like, I super don't mind cigarettes when they don't smell bad. Problem is that they so often smell bad. I think it's not like the fact I've never smelled good tobacco. Like the closest I've gotten is like my buddy's country cuts, right? Because before that, like it's usually people just smoking cheap ass cigarettes, you know, like they're like, oh yeah, smoking a Marlboro Red. You know, it's just like gross, man. Like you smell like you're rotting from the inside out. You know? But you try to have a thing with pipe tobacco called aromatics, where the point is like, oh, it smells nice. you know, like less nicotine risk. I don't like cigars. Just because I find them a little like too highfalutin. Like everyone I know who's like, oh, I'm fancy and I'm like kind of a jackass is like, oh, I like cigars, you know. The pipes just feel. It is obviously like, oh, well, I'm being different. But they just feel like older, you know. It's the same reason I kind of like. Yeah, fuck that up. Like kung fu and whatnot is because like it is unique. It is older. It is. Along with other reasons. It's not a B word. Here we go. Already almost halfway there. Like, people like, oh, I do martial arts. It's like, yeah, a lot of people do a martial art, dog. A lot of people do shitty, dumbass martial arts. Like with peace and love. I gotta think of a good example that I can rip on. I think the best example I can give is like, I think Krav Maga is kind of lame. It's like, somebody took, like, karate and, like, Screamo a little bit and tried to turn it back into Kung Fu, but they didn't know what they were doing. It's like somebody tried to restore an old car, but they had never restored an old car before and did not know how to restore an old car. And it turned out fucking stupid. Because, like, if you go to a lot of, like, the old martial arts, you'll realize that, like, a lot of them, like, oh, a lot of these straight up, they're like, oh, what's this move? It's like, you hit him in the nuts. Just like, sorry, half this one movement that I'm doing about 10 times in this form is simply just to nutshot a dude. It's like, yep. You can do other things with it, but like the number one use for it is nutshotting, you know? It's like that, like, steals the, you know, if you ever, somebody's like, oh, I know, blank, 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 monkey steals peach, or something like steals peach, or peach this, that, or the other thing. They're talking about Kung Fu, they're telling you that they know how to hit you in the nuts really hard. That's, like, the peach is the testes. You know, but besides that, you know, it's just the, people being like, oh, I do the art of hypnosis. Like, oh, I do a martial art, you know, it's just like, cool. You can do them poorly, and you can do a bad one. The same way people are like, yeah, I do smoke cigars. It's just like, yeah, you smoke Swisher Sweets. You fucking dumbass. You know? I wouldn't tell my buddy that, because, like, he's not highfalutin with it. Not like, oh, ho, ho. And I know he, like, has probably smoked nicer cigars just by the, like, the fact that, like, I don't think he, like, I think he, probably started with nicer ones. It's like, oh, Swishers, you know, nice little, like, cheap one, you know, whatever. Done, yeah. But I do feel like the scar is like saying you do like, yeah, I do Muay Thai, like, yeah, I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, where you're just kind of like posturing, and it's just like, that's so cool. Are you any good, or are you just like, I go to practice once in a while, I don't have any understanding of what I'm actually doing, I'm just kind of doing it the same way that like people be like, yeah, I drink bourbon, and I'm like, no, you drink Fireball. That's not bourbon. That's whiskey, and it's Fireball. Shut up. I just feel like pipes are like more what's this? Romance novel. I mean, ooh, where'd you go, motherfucker? I can't say shit. The book series I'm reading, which like the last one was like fucking almost 1,000 pages, is in all technicality a romance novel. Romance series. It's really good though. Lunar Chronicles, banger. But I just feel like the pipe is a little bit kind of like nicher and older, you know. And the fact that like it is something, if you want to do, you can do it with your hands. I think it just depends on the type of person, because if you're the type of person that wants to either A, not have to worry about it at all and just be like consuming nicotine, done consuming nicotine, on with my day, that's understandable. I call those people cheeseburger guys. Oh, down here. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have plenty of friends who are cheeseburger guys. You know? And I'm not talking about like a foodie cheeseburger where it's just like oh, we have, you know, an aioli on this, and you know, oh, you know, we got ham and a special seasoning salt that's like, you know, custom made. I'm talking about people who are like, I want to get a cheeseburger for $15. Comes with a drink, some fries, and right there. And I want to leave a $3 tip. And then I want to leave. And it's just like, that is super respectable. You know what's up with you. God bless. I think therefore I am. I've been thought of, therefore I can think. The same way I have been taught I can. I've been watching that fucking podcast with Malcolm Gate on Matt Brad's YouTube channel, Pants with Aquinas. It is very good. He's a very Matt Frad. Not my Frad. Malcolm Gate is a very smart dude. I think Matt Frad is also probably a very wise dude, but Malcolm Gate is a very, very smart guy, very smart man. That is definitely one of the things that got me like, maybe I should do pipes, is because like they're talking about it. I'm like, that just sounds, ooh, what's up? Thank you for the follow. That's the wrong fucking thing. Don't worry, I have been all over the place just fucking talking about things that are vaguely related. Like I somehow talked about main thing I've been doing is equating people who smoke cigars to people who do like martial arts but don't actually really understand what they're doing, and they just kind of want to do it to say they do it. Ooh, level up. I can use this thing I don't use. Over in the corner. But to continue my turn on, if you would like me to restart so you can have some context, I absolutely can. But I just feel like pipes, since there's like a lot more to them and they have an aromatic style that is quite common, I think that's probably gonna be more enjoyable for me, since like let's do the romance novel. Fucking light novel. Fucking light novel ass title. The only thing missing from that title is in another world. Oh, right across. Down below. And again, the type of person you are, depending on whether or not you think like cigar, cigarette, or pipe smoke. And if I ever catch a motherfucker, and I know exactly who it would be if I ever talk about this with another person. My buddy who fought, I say like, 'cause he's recently retired from running, he just like kind of realized that he didn't have his heart super into it, which I think is great. Like, he's a great martial artist, but like he's a really pretty good martial artist. He's also really good fighter. His heart was never super into it. It was kind of just like the possibility of being able to, you know, have a light out of the darkness, because I don't even think he got his GED. Like, he definitely didn't graduate high school. You know. What's this one? Let's do a little romance. Because it'd be like, oh yeah, he's got a fight in 2 months, and he'd show up to the gym like once a week, and I'd be like, Alex, text me, and I'll, oops, said his name. But that's such a generic name that it really doesn't matter. I was like, dude, just text me. I'll show up at, like, as long as I'm not at work, I'll show up, and like, I'll do whatever you need, dog. Like, I enjoy training. Problem is that, like, the people I can train with are, did that just say game theory? Genesis theory. My theory about Genesis is that people don't pay much attention to it. It's a good book of the Bible. Like, God had it start the Bible for a reason. Like, let's take a closer look sometime. But besides the point. I just realized, like, I just like wasn't giving it his all. Which is probably good, because he was like going to like, oh, I'll have a fight, and then not like kind of putting his all into training and then getting whooped. When I say that, because he's had a couple times where he's gotten kind of smoked. It's also just like, we live in such like a small, secluded area that if he wants to like really have, hold up, a good chance of winning, I would tell him like, hey, if this is something you really want, I would find like some dude who's like a fighter who's got like a good gym that's like willing to take people, and then like go down there and train once in a while, you know, and like cut back on everything, go down there, train once in a while, and then you know, after you do it a couple times, be like, you know, I'd be interested in like coming down and doing this full time, and then doing it like something like a good like. It's a lot of these guys who have good gyms will sometimes open them up in like the middle of nowhere, just because like those guys tend to be rather conservative, and like small areas tend to be more conservative. So just like find a place with a cheap cost of living. I want to do this one. Go down, train once in a while, and then be like, hey, I want to do this full time. You know, like find somebody, because we have like a very good coach. But the problem is that like he's not. It's one of those things where he's like, I did martial arts, I was good at it. That was a chapter of my life that is over. Kind of like me with hockey, where it's just like I'll help out, but like unless I feel like the Lord really calling me to do this thing, it's not where my heart is at, you know. And I know the dude's got like some young kids too, which like doesn't make it any easier to be like, yeah, on a Wednesday night instead of hanging out with my wife and kids, I'm gonna go just train this dude, unless you got like a real love for it. It's really kind of difficult. Funny story, I thought that dude was an asshole the first time I met him, just because he was showing a technique and he did it like really pretty hard on the dude. But then like I got to know him, like, oh, you're just kind of rough with people. Like he's a very just kind of like, you know, if you're gonna do something, do it hard. Don't be like, oh, you know, we'll gently apply this choke. He's like, if you're gonna choke somebody, take their head off. But he's also just like super chill. Like he'd be like, all right, working ground and pound, one on top, one on bottom, and they just put reggae on, and you're like, oh, this is happening. So yeah, he's a good buddy though. He's a lot more happy, I think. At least he does seem so in his like stories. When I talk to him, he's always just okay. He's just so. I haven't talked to him like super recently because he's been dating this girl for like a while. I haven't like talked to him like a person super recently, just because the thing we would do to hang out is martial arts. So if we're not both really doing that, because like I am, but I'm doing like kung fu and stuff, which requires like doing, you know, forms and too well whatnot compared to like, you know, Muay Thai, which is like, and the main thing is like, you know, mitt work or whatnot. Oh, it auto-saved, but it didn't. Okay. Thinking about throwing all these books onto the bottom, but that's actually probably a really bad idea. Yeah, he's doing a lot of fishing now. I'm pretty happy with this gal. If he can get a little bit higher up in his job, because he works at a local tire shop. When I say that, people are like, oh, he works at a tire shop? Oh, it's like nighttime. I was like, where the fuck are these lights on? I live in a cold place, so like tire shops are super lucrative because everyone, and I mean everyone, has to do it, has to change tires twice a year. I don't live in a place where it's like, oh, well, sometimes, so like if you have change, you're good. No, it's like you must have studded tires. So tire shops like are actually super valuable, and there's like a lot of construction, so like being able to like deal with like the bigger kind of tires is also a good way to make money. But back to what I was saying about pipes. I kind of like old shit, and I like unique shit. I like weird shit, which like Kung Fu had all those, which is why like one of the reasons I'm doing it. Where the fuck? Oh, here it is. And I feel like pipes would be like a real nice fun thing, and I'm already so worried about like addictions because I have an addictive personality, and I come from a family that like we're not the most addictive. We've definitely had some problems with it in past generations, so like I'm pretty worried about like there's like the Grinds coffee pouches. And if I go like honestly like 3 or 4 days, I think it's probably like I use it 2 days. I'm like, okay, I've used this a couple of days. No, I don't really think I noticed that when I do it that. But when I hit like 3 days, I'm definitely like, okay, I have used this a good amount. I should focus on not using it for a couple of days. And see how I feel. Just because I'm so worried about it, you know, like I'm with an addictive personality in a family that has some history of it. You get kind of, especially when you're pretty introspective, like I am, like I'm constantly thinking, and I'm constantly like, all right, am I in the wrong? Am I doing the right thing? You know, like what's up? You're pretty aware of it, so I feel like if I being as aware as I am, I think I'd probably be fine. But also before I do it, I would like tell my sister, who one of the people who can just kind of like look into my soul and be like, this is this. I'm like, okay, terrifying, but thank you. Which is nice. You need someone who will completely straight shoot her and can kind of look into your soul, because they'll always just like give you exactly what is the truth. Like I have 2 besties, love them to death. One is male, one is female. The female one is my cousin. People call us used to call us twins and whatnot. Now people just kind of call me my sister twins. Just because when we were younger and I was like smaller. I say smaller like I'm overweight now. I'm like slightly chubby. And I mean that literally. I am like 22%, which is slightly above average. But she'll just like be like, nope, it's absolutely like this. I'm like, cool, thank you. Yay! If I could jump up and down, I would. Oh. The Archmage, max out all spell levels. Okay, do I not? I just don't level up anymore. So I didn't be like, hey, Hams, what do you think about this? I keep almost saying people's names, and I'm kind of keep anonymous. And I know she'd be like, oh, I don't know if that's a good idea, or like, that's a fine idea, or like, I don't know, think about this or that or the other thing. The chicken cat romance. Oop. I'd probably hit her up about it first, but not super worried about the addiction part, just because it's a lot less nicotine over like a lot longer of a period. Like even if it was like the same amount as a cigarette, like a cigarette you'll smoke in a couple minutes in a pipe, it'll be like 30 minutes. It's the same with it, like you can rip, you know, 5 shots in 30 minutes and not be having a good time. But you can also like, you know, 5 over the course of like an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours, you know. Giving your body time to process it is, you know, quite important. So I think it'd be a neat, definitely thing to do. I've definitely been asking people like, hey, how do you feel about this thing? My uncle was just like, you know, it fits the vibe. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, cool. That's like a... He's like talking about like all these like cool characters and like really interesting people who like smoke pipes. And he goes, it fit like your vibe, like your aesthetic. Like definitely like I could see you doing it. I'm like, oh. Well, come on. Flattery will work. Mentally, the weak bark. Mentally, that mentality. I was like, what the flip? It's not the weak bark the most. Those who are unsecure bark the most. Because you can be strong and unsecure, but you can also be weak and secure. Art and magic, circles, definitions, and differences. The Magic Ladder LTO is so good. I'm like, I was like, Jewel, JJ, you gotta watch. I am doing terrible with the names today, my goodness. Like, hey JJ, you gotta watch this. She was like, okay, I'll watch it. And she was like, that's phenomenal, I'm buying the manga. I was like, don't buy it. I know you're always looking for a deal. So, it was available at my sister's local library. Check yours. He's like, that's a great idea. I'm like, I know, I'm full of them. This thing, place is really getting cleaned up now. I packed a pipe smoking. The main reason I don't want to do it is because, again, like I'm established, I live in a cold area. So, you know, I don't think I can get away with doing it inside, as well as the fact that, like, I don't really want to do it, because, like, I have a lot of stuffed animals. So doing it in my room is, like, not a great idea, because I don't want them to permanently smell like it, but I also don't know what, like, a good aromatic does smell like, you know? It's not done. It is done. What the flip? What kind of hogwash is this? What? Yeah, save progress. Oh, and that quit the entire game. I just wanted to go to the main menu. Just because I got a lot of stuffed animals in my room. I don't want them to like permanently smell like a tobacco. Even if it is nice smelling, you know? It's just one of those things, it just feels kind of trashy to me. What was it, 1F? Yeah, what the fuck? Why isn't this turning on? Goes here. Is ice in the wrong spot? Ice is in the wrong spot. It goes in elemental magics. That's what was up. There we go. Now this one needs that. Okay, okay. It was like actually starting to get kind of annoyed there. Thank goodness. Thank God. Thank God. But we do have an extra room. And if I end up doing a lot more streaming, it will probably end up kind of being like an office type area. So like that would be like a place I could do it, you know. Almost through the wall. You know. But if I was allowed to do it inside of my home, to live with my parents, I will respect 1,000 wishes. I would absolutely do it, because like, you know, it would just be like a nice, like, oh, once in a week, just like, it probably end up being more than once a week, the way I get stressed out, but just be like, alright, you know, good relaxing thing. Pick up book. I gotta figure out what that coin is, because I think it's a destruction magic. But, like, I wouldn't consider, like, ice destruction magic. Nope, take this for... up top. Because I absolutely do it. Because essentially, like, if not being able to do it inside, which is the likely thing, I would essentially just be able to do it 3 months. And my buddy's like, yeah, no, you can just like go, you know, go for a walk and do it. I'm like, dude, I know you don't like live here anymore because you're doing your doctorate down in Cali, but like, my friend, you were here and you went to go buy a Swisher Sweet, and you did when we were going snowboarding. And I was like, where are you gonna smoke that? And he's like, I don't know. That's a good point. And I'm like, yeah. it's cold as shit out, dude. And I feel like it's the same thing, because it's not like a cigar, like a Swisher Sweet. Let me straight up Google this. How long does a cigar last? Okay, not what I wanted to know. When smoking, 30 minutes to an hour, but that's probably like a nice cigar. How long does it take to smoke a Swisher Sweet? 15 to 30 minutes. Like, that's like not short by any means, but it's also like not the same kind of time frame as like smoking a bowl of tobacco. I just barely missed it. Shit. Romance novel, my massive golden balls. Fuck. Massive fucking golden balls. That's crazy. It's like, that's where I'm at with it, you know. Like, if I was allowed to, I'd be like, oh yeah, absolutely. But in the likelihood of not being allowed to, two G or not the 2G. That is the GG. Well, it's saved, so I'm assuming it counted. Oh, this is where I'm at with it. Like, if I could, indoors, I probably would, but in the likelihood of not being able to do it, and living in a place where most of the year it is freezing ass cold. I don't want to have like this thing I want to be able to do, and then just like not be able to do it. It just doesn't, like, I'd just rather not, you know? I know a lot of people, like, are, because aromatics do exist, and their point is to, like, essentially smell nice. Meanwhile, like, both cigarettes and cigars don't typically smell phenomenal, but they're also not made to smell phenomenal. Like, some people will really like the smell of a cigar. Those are typically people who do smoke cigars. Where am I going? 2H. Meanwhile, the pipe tobacco is pipe tobacco that's specifically produced to smell good. I think that would just kind of depend. It's more likely than being like, I would like to smoke a cigar in the house, but it's also less likely. It's like going from like a, you know, 5%, like a 1% to like a 5%. Like, it is more likely, but it's also still not likely. I gotta figure out what 1M is. Well, it's got like elemental magics in it. I would not consider ice magic destruction magic. Probably just like meant kind of like offensive magic, like aggressive. Was really hoping this one had one left. What a shame. I don't want to go fucking back up there right now. Here we go. So that's where I'm at with tobacco pipes. To get started completely, it would cost me about $80. Got the Meerschaum Corncob Gentleman, which is like a good, like considered to be like if you're gonna get a corn cob, if you're gonna get into pipes and you want to get like a corn cob, that's like the way to go. I'm tempted to get a Doc because I just love Doc Holliday. Bottom corner, but it probably would be the Country Gentleman. Tomes of Alchemy, Great Compendium of Synthesis Recipes, Volume 125. 3, 4, 5, 1, 5. We might actually finish this tonight. No, we won't. I have 30 minutes. Fuck, top corner. It'll only be one more stream. So that's where I'm at with that. One of those things where like if I'm going to do it, I kind of have to like give everything and then do it and be like, hey, inside. You know? So, we'll see. We'll see. I just want to get all the ones. I just don't want to go back downstairs. I just want to get like through. The frick up here. Like it was one that can be done up here to do it up here. That's phenomenal. Took a risk. Risk paid off. I didn't want to do that, whatever. Okay, and I hit the light buttons. Now my keyboard's having a freak out. There we go, another one down. Up top we go. I just want to I want to get all the ones that go up here and have a book up here. Just get them up here. You know, like this one goes up here. So it goes up here. This one goes... I don't know where. Let's check. Up here, so let's do it up here. videos are getting me a lot done with these. This is closer. Not gonna do the one on the steps just yet. Just so there's less stair running. Oh my gosh. Not really tough, not how I would describe it. Just about sorting books and you got magic. Just a magical librarian sorting books. It's fun, it's just calm. Chill game. I mean, it straight up tells you everything that must be done. Like, one grabs the book, one sorts the books, one tells you where the books go. At the beginning, it's a little bit like more enjoyable and not like as mindless, because loading book. Because you do straight up have to like do like regular sorting before you have the abilities. I have not. I've read some Journey to the West. I've not read all of it. I've not played the Wukong game. Which I know to the average person sounds like gobbledygook. Yeah, I'm not a super, like, Souls-like game type of guy. 2N and 2M are done. Yay! Dude, the upstairs is looking snazzy. Kinda fuck with this place. Yeah. I'm not a big Souls-like person. I just... For the same reason I kind of have a hard time with fighting games where it's like, you know... I can never get the character to properly do what I'm trying to get him to do. Meanwhile, like in... What the fuck? What is happening? I don't have any books in it. They sorted them. I was like, what the fuck? You know, in real life, I'm like barely athletic and can get my character, i.e. me, to do exactly what I want him to do all the time. So like I never have to worry about Oh, it is. I do. That's why I usually only stream for 2 hours. But I might go a little bit later. This is pretty enjoyable. It's pretty calm and here we go. Here's another one that goes up here. I think I'll stop after this one. I'll go to this side. Yeah, not having a lot of time to do stuff because of work is super understandable. Because you get home and you're just like, I'm tired and I don't want to do anything that takes any type of anything, even if it is something I actively enjoy. Trust me, I know that feeling all too well. Oop, right here. You might know this is being Yachin. Yachin. Toss it. Toss it. Toss it. Toss it. Sort it. I mean, I draw a little bit, but not particularly a lot. Just stream. This top section is looking pretty mint. I have no idea what the fuck these keys are supposed to be. Yay! Ugh. Warriors Creed only cowards become long-range mages. That's super funny. Thorn Shade, Furin, and Fern. Yeah, I'm tempted to read final book in the Rift War sagas, but it was, well, I still have a couple books. Maybe I'll look into them. Look into reading because I enjoyed the first one. The second one wasn't my favorite. But maybe I'll try reading them again. There's a problem a lot of like book series have where like the creator makes these like cool characters and wants to send them on all kinds of adventures, but like the adventures like barely connect. So So they've got to like figure out ways to try and like put them in these different situations. And I also just don't like books a lot of time. It was like book 1 takes place, you know, in year 12. I don't have all of them. And then book 2 takes place in year 50. Same characters. It's just like, ooh, what happened there? But I know Lord of the Rings is like that a little bit, so I'll probably have to end up getting over it. But I might read them. I have all the books. I should read them. Especially now, because like I'm significantly better at reading. Like I can read a book. Like the best way I could describe it is, if you're not a big reader, is that it's like a magic spell. Like the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at the spell. Like the more you read, the more you're gonna be able to like put yourself in that place. Put yourself in that character's shoes. The faster you're able to do it. So it's not like I have to pick up a book. I have to read it for, you know, 30 minutes, and then I'm starting to slowly get into it. Like you'll get into it like a lot faster. So maybe I'll try it again. It's like not reason for me to do this because it reloads so fast. I might as well just wait. This is pretty fun. I might just be able to finish this tonight. Do an extra long stream. I don't know. I do not know. Make sure these are on the right shelf. Yep. Okay. Whatever, I'll fucking deal with it later. Maybe just like a final check to like, all the books in the right place? I wish it did that. I have gotten a couple times where like, what's up? It won't properly like recognize that like a bookcase is done. It has been a couple times where I've had a book in the wrong spot, but a couple of times I'll have to take it out, put it back in again for it to be like, oh yeah, no, you're right. I'm like, oh yeah, that's fucking crazy. All good. Even though I do be streaming, I do be having bad internet too, so I understand the pain. Back corner. Nope. I might go back to playing some Ready or Not. I really like that game, but it was just a lot to play every day, day in, day out. I do enjoy it, so I'll probably go back to playing that. Maybe I'll play something else. Who knows? We'll have to see. I have this on the docket just because I don't know how to. Just because I know I'm just gonna stream same time every week, so it's like until further notice, this is the game we're playing, so I can work that time. But we'll see. Thank you, I made it myself. Yep. Good guess. Or I, or however you want to phrase that. Where am I going? I mean, it's a live 2D model, so it kind of just wiggles and whatnot, even if I were to properly rig it, but I also don't super care to have it like super detailed and all that, just because it's just essentially like, yeah, it's just a PNG model. It's just a PNG tuber. Cool. That is right here. Up top. What the fuck are these keys? What keys? Almost completely done. There's no keys. Is there multiple levels? Is that what the fuck is up? Thanks for the offer, but I'm okay. Come on, come. Oh, didn't quite get it. That should, no, give this back. Sweet. I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick. returned. Yeah, it'll be very nice once I finish Winter. Final book in the Rift Force. I think I am just gonna finish this stuff tonight. I am so close, and I'm pretty enjoying this. Which is 900 pages, which I wish I could forget, because I don't like actually knowing what page count of the book I'm on, because it makes me feel a little anxious about finishing it. No, I have this many pages left. No, I have this. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, she's right behind me. Nope. Sweet. I do think I am going to try and reread or finish the Rift War Saga. I also need to read The Lord of the Rings. See, like this should be finished, so I have to like, that's fine, that's fine. That's fine. What does being wrong corner mean? Oh, order. Thank you. Nope. Ordered, ordered, ordered. Ordered, ordered, ordered. Well, they're all ordered properly, but still not turning on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, they're in the right order now, so I don't know. Whatever. once I finish all of them, I'll go through and like double check the ones that aren't turning on and make sure they're done properly. Okay. Ugh. So I was gonna try and finish this, but I'm actually tired all of a sudden. Don't think it's enough to. Oh, here we go. There it is. Huh. So it worked that time, but downstairs it did not. I did that. Strange. The same one the wrong way around, but I can go this way as well because it's right in the middle. Ho 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 ho. Also, if I wait until I'm all the way finished, it will keep me from having to go and check each one individually on all sides. I can just see all books are sorted, and I can check the individual shelves that are messed up. Holy cow. So close. Only 2, 3. Only 3 sets left upstairs. Pretty snazzy. Or 3 bookshelves left upstairs. Total sets. So close. 10 rows to go, and then to double check the ones that are messed up. So there's 1 bookcase upstairs. Here we go. I think this will just about finish the upstairs. Good, 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 good. Good, good. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. Upstairs is done. Phenomenal. Three, two, one. Ugh. Like this one is messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Ugh. So it's just these two that are messed up. I'm just gonna do the entire shelf. Everything else is good, but these two, so I think I'm just gonna, unfortunately, just unload them and reload them. Okay, I found the way to do it. By pressing the wrong button repeatedly. So let me get this one. This is one that's messed up. Because the count didn't go down. This one is not messed up because the count didn't go down. Count went down. Count went down. Count went down. Count went down. Count did not go down, so this one's also messed up. Weird. Whatevs. 6. Got that. 8. 9. This one by hand. Just for funsies. 9, 4, 2, 7, 5, 6, 8, 1, 3. The grand librarian. Yes. Nice large pizza. Neapolitan style too. Sweet. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck to find those keys, so. A very good person. Okay. Yeah, I had no idea where to find any of those keys. I'm gonna Google it. Yeah, look at the keys. None of these matter really. Like, sprint is cool, jump is cool, carry capacity doesn't really matter, and then is there a star key? Doesn't really matter. Alright, that was fun. Good couple of streams out of it. The fuck is a special stage? What is happening here? They're just automatically doing it? Cool. I guess I'll sit here for this, and while doing that, I'm gonna read a Bible verse. Very, whatever that Mickey Mouse one is. Start with Deuteronomy 28, 1 and 2. If you fully obey the Lord your God, and carefully keep all his commandments that I am giving you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations of the world. You will experience all these blessings if you obey the Lord your God. A lot of people nowadays think that, like, oh, I have to, like, keep all the commandments, you know, but, like, the commandments were given. People were just like, oh, well, they were right in their own eyes type of deal. So, the commandments were given to be like, hey, you're not doing great, guys. Oop. So, not a keep the commandments thing. It's if you follow his peace and his grace, and if you do what you're instructed to do, which is, they're at the Bible every time it's like, the Spirit of the Lord your God came upon you, this, that, and the other thing. It usually refers to, this is going really slow. It usually refers to like being called in the spirit of peace. Like it talks about not the not the earthquakes, not the winds, but the still small voice. First Kings 19:11. Let me read that one too. Cool. You're free to leave, big dog. We do this at the end of every stream. Go out and stand before the mountain. Yep, stand before the mountain. The Lord told him. As Elijah stood there, the Lord passed by, and a mighty windstorm hit the mountain. Such a terrible blast that the rocks were torn loose, but the Lord was not in the wind. And after there was an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake there was a fire. The Lord was not in the fire, and after the fire was the sound of a gentle whisper. When Elijah heard it, he wrapped his face in his cloak and went out and stood at the entrance of the cave. And the voice said, "What are you doing here?" You know, it's that I wasn't trying to be rude. I'm just telling you, this is just how I roll. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for giving me some advice. That's great. If I was rude, was not my intention, you know. But God bless anyways. Yeah, but what I was saying was, it's just that still small voice where you feel led to do something, obey it, obey the Lord, you know. And that's all. That's all. Sweet. Have fun. Thanks for your help again. I do it at the end of every stream, but you're perfectly fine to come hang out and then just go like, "This is my deal," and bounce. No problem with that. Absolutely no issue with that. That's why I usually say like, "Hey, I'm gonna do X," and then I, like, "Hey, I'm gonna read a verse." Then I do it. You're perfectly fine to be like, "I don't want to be here for this. I'll see you tomorrow," and then leave. Zero issue with that. But thanks again for hanging out for a little bit. Damn, this is still going. Yeah, just follow that spirit of peace that I've been working on, figuring out and all that. It's just the following the commands of the Lord. Like when he feeds the multitudes, it's not. He does not say, go out and give, each person gets this. He goes, feed them till they are full. Because everyone has a different, amount that because he could have made it that, everyone gets a crumb and then they feel full and they're good. But he didn't do that. He went out and he said, give it to them until they are full. Not they will take this and be full. Which I think is a good key that, we should be satisfied with what we have. Not long and lust for other things, but at the same time, everyone has a different set of needs, and the Lord is there to meet your needs. So whatever you're doing, He'll meet them. Just gotta trust Him and faith in Him, I'm gonna wander around what's going on. Oh, I'm gonna unlock these chests actually. Cool. High jump permit. Stinky. Run permit. Oh my god! I'm like afraid to sprint now. Because if that's just straight up... Second floor, far back. Oh, that's not that bad. In between O and P. Do not go much faster. I'm guessing that. Oh. This allows you to get on the tables, maybe? Nope. Alright, interesting. That's cool. Yep, I'll bounce. No pizza this time. Okay. Well, understandable. Alright, I'm gonna go. I will be back tomorrow. I'll probably... Ooh, my mic's away from me. I'll probably be back tomorrow. I'll probably be playing Ready or Not again. Just because I want to continue playing that. I might play something else. I'm not sure yet. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting, following, liking, doing all that stuff. I got some shorts up on YouTube. I haven't posted a new one in a little bit, but feel free to go watch them. Do it through there if you want to know more about when I go live and whatnot. Follow me on Twitter, but I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 11 p.m. PTSD, and Thursday as well, as long as that's the plan right now. Plan every week, Monday to Thursday. Thanks for stopping by and everything else. Alright, good night, good morning, drink some water, God bless, and goodbye.